Good morning, everyone. I hope all of you are fit and healthy. Dear students, today we are going to start our chapter number 18, that is medieval architecture. In this chapter, we will read about the style of architecture used in building various monuments and palaces, forts, etc. during the medieval age. So, this is the last chapter of our UT2 syllabus. I will try to finish maximum topics in this video. So the topic we will cover here are, we will read about monuments. What are monuments and which type of monuments were there. Second is, why did rulers build? Why monuments were built during that age? Nagra style and Dravidian style. The two types of styles of architecture we will read in this class. So the two type of building which were built during the medieval architecture were religious buildings and secular buildings. The medieval period show the great development in the field of architecture. During this period, rulers in different parts of India built various monuments like palaces, tombs, havelis, baulis, mosques, etc. And architecture was a major activity in those days. It was the medieval period by which rulers used to express, in which the rulers used to express their powers and position by building monuments or buildings. So all kings of the famous, all kings of different period, they built famous monuments during their reign. So two types of buildings were built. First were religious and second were secular. Religious buildings were used to offer prayers by different religions like mosques, temples, etc. And secular buildings were different palaces, forts, baulis, tanks, etc. that were built to show the greatness or grandness of the ruler. Okay, so now architecture in medieval India. It was one of the most enduring achievement of Indian civilization. Monument built in different period bears the stamps of that period in which they were built. Means the work done on them, the carving, the style of their architecture shows us that this building is built in which time period by which ruler. First, when Muslims were not invaded in India, only Indian culture of architecture was present. But later on, when Mughals came to India, then they merged both the architecture styles, Indian and Islamic. So a new style of architecture, Indo-Islamic, came into existence. And that style is shown in various buildings built by the Mughals. There are two main styles of architecture. First was Nagra style and second was Dravidian styles. Nagra style architecture was used mainly in North India, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, etc. And Dravidian style was usually used in South India by Pandyas, Cholas, and Pallav kings. So what is the difference between these two main style of architecture? So let us read first about Nagra style. In Nagra style, planning and elevation were the main point or main features of Nagra style. Temples of North India were built according to Nagra style. And this type of architecture was very popular in, I have told you, in MP also, Odisha, Rajasthan, Gujarat, etc. and the rulers like the Chandels, the Solankis, they were great builders who built various temples in Khajuraho and the Parshvanath temple, the Vishwendra temple, the Mukteshwara temple, the Jagannath temple and the Sun temple at Puri. These were the major buildings or temples built by the Chandels or Solanki rulers into Naga style. Now come to Dravidian style. This style of temple architecture developed in 7th century in South India. The Pallavas, Cholas, the Pandyas, they were the great builders of that Dravidian style temples or buildings in South India. They built Rath temple, Shore temple at Mahabalipuram and Kailashnath temple at Kanchi. The Raja Raja Chola, he also built Brihadeshwara temple at Tanjore, which he dedicated to Lord Shiva. The Dravidian style architecture. In the beginning, in this style, the temples were very small. Temples or we are talking about temples here only. So they were in beginning they were very small, only one room in which the idol of the deity was placed. Later on, they started construction on a large area with many rooms, and the chief idol was placed in the center of that temple that was called Garbhagriha. Then a large hall was used for prayer that was called Mandapam, and a high tower were there over the Garbhagriha that was called Shikhar. The whole area was surrounded by a highly decorated boundary wall that was called Gopura. So these were the main features of Dravidian style temples. Temples were beautifully carved and with the images of gods and goddesses. Later on, the king started gifting large pieces of land to these temples, and that was called Devdhana. And these temples then become the center of social, economic and cultural life, as on the land gifted by the king, these temples start construction of various schools, colleges and various other industries also. So these industries gave employment to various persons, so people started living there. In this way, these temples become the center of social, economic and cultural life. So that's all for today. I hope you have understood. If still any doubt is there, you can call me on my WhatsApp number. Thank you and have a nice day.